Honeymoon is horror.
It's the second edition of The Honeymoon is Horror with your favorite host, Drew, and the other host, not your favorite, Corissa.
Wow. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. It is.
You gotta hold it to your mouth, remember?
It is.
We watched another movie that you haven't seen in your life.
Right.
Until today. It's for the very first time. We just got done watching the classic Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare,
that's what I said.
You said nightmare.
No, I didn't.
You totally
Nightmare on
did.
Elm Street from 1984.
Introducing Johnny Depp.
Yeah, introducing Johnny Depp. A film created by Wes Craven, written by Wes Craven.
I don't know who that is.
The creator of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, okay.
He also made Last House on the Left. He made...
I didn't like that movie.
He made I think he did the original and the remake.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, okay, whatever. Keep going.
He also made movies that you know, such as Scream. The first 4 Scream movies.
Really?
Yeah. He made those. He actually only made 2 Nightmare on Elm Streets movies. Barry, shut the fuck up! He made the original one, which we just watched, and then he made one in the 90s called A New Nightmare, which is like a weird take on things. So like in A New Nightmare, we have the character that played Nancy, right? She's in the movie, but as herself, as the actor who played Nancy in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Really?
It's like now like Freddy Krueger is like real in the real world coming after her.
Weird.
Yeah. I've only seen that one time, and I don't really remember much of the
Does the
details.
acting get better?
Maybe. I didn't really remember a lot of the details in this movie either, because it's probably since 5th grade when I slept over at Zach's house in which we watched it in his basement. And I didn't remember a lot of the details, but I did take some notes.
Okay.
So this is your first time. It's the first time a person that watched it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I really liked it up until the last 3 minutes.
The last 3 minutes. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But no, I thought it was really good. I mean,
we didn't talk about what we're drinking first. Shit.
Oh, yeah, do that first.
We have to do that before we get into the details. We're drinking Hazy Pebbles from Stephen Point Brewery. It is a fruity, hazy milkshake IPA, natural flavors added to it. Medium body, unfiltered New England IPA combines 2 raw malts, caramel malt, and 6 varieties of hops. A pinch of lactose is added for a sweet milkshake mouthfeel. Crisp, hoppy, and hazy. It is 6.2 ABVs, 32 in the IBUs. Describe it to me, my love.
What it looks like?
Yeah, what does it look like?
It's kind of golden.
Yeah, it smells good. Did you smell it?
I didn't smell it, no.
So it's like the Hazy Pebbles, you can imagine it's supposed to be like fruity pebbles.
Yeah.
You don't get that taste, really.
You don't get that smell.
You don't really get the taste. You get maybe a little fruitiness to it, not much. In the aftertaste, sure. I get some.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, like in a very delayed aftertaste.
Yeah. It's not bad though. It's good. And I only had one left because I've drank them before, just never on the podcast. From Stevens Point in Wisconsin, obviously. Or actually, well, not obviously. People might not know where that is. But anyways, okay. So you liked the movie up until the last 3 minutes, you said?
Yep.
And we'll talk about...
I loved the concept of the movie.
Okay.
Like, it almost reminded me of like an Inception sort of thing without it actually being as long and boring as Inception was.
Okay.
Like, it was just creepy. Like, it's a creepy concept,
Yeah. Okay.
but the acting was horrible.
Well, I mean, that's 1980s acting in a horror movie. That's just
Yeah,
how it goes.
I suppose.
And this movie, like, spawned generations of slasher movies.
This movie did?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, the slasher movies had started with, Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and a couple of other ones.
What about The Evil Dead? When was that made?
That's not really a slasher movie.
Oh. What's the definition of a
A
slasher,
slasher movie is something along the lines of it has certain tropes to it, okay?
A what?
Tropes.
What's tropes?
Like consistencies, things that happen in these that
okay.
defined this type of movie.
You and your
Slasher,
big words.
Let me fucking talk. Slasher usually is involves a killer, obviously, with
Yep.
some sort of sharp object, a knife.
Okay.
Knives for fingers.
Hence
Slashing.
I get it.
Michael Myers has a knife. You could say.
Doesn't Jason have like a machete?
Machete, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Chucky in Child's Play usually has a knife of sorts.
Ugh.
So it follows that. And it also, a lot of the tropes in the old school horror movies are sexually promiscuous people get killed, whereas the virgins do not. Where we saw that theme in this movie. So Nancy, originally when it opens, we're met with Tina.
Who I thought was the main character.
Yeah, they break some things. A lot of times in slasher movies, the opening scene, somebody gets killed.
Right.
That didn't happen in this movie.
Well, but it was kind of
Is building up, but she didn't
Yeah.
get killed in the opening scene, Tina.
true.
You think Tina's the main character for a while?
Like in Scream.
Yeah, the main people are at the beginning to get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a lot of movies. Halloween, somebody gets killed right away.
Okay.
That's just how it goes.
Okay.
But so they break that kind of mold. Also, so like the virgin thing, the virgin final girl. A lot of slasher movies have final girls.
What does that mean?
It's there's a final, usually female character that faces the killer.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So Nancy would be your final girl. Sometimes it's dude, but a lot of times it's a woman.
Gotcha.
And then the one thing I noted, and you might not have caught on to it, but they kept talking about the boogeyman. Do you believe in the boogeyman? So the boogeyman, that's what they refer to Michael Myers as in Halloween. The boogeyman is real, and it's Michael Myers, which came out before Nightmare on Elm Street. So I wonder if it's a little ode to John Carpenter
maybe.
and Halloween, because they call Michael Myers the Shape, but in the first movie they say, oh, it's the boogeyman. The boogeyman's real. The boogeyman's after us. So that's what. And then they said it a few times in this movie. So I made note of that.
Gotcha.
And I was like, interesting. That So but yeah, in slasher movies, it's usually like a stalk and murder type of thing, which this kind of is stalking. Freddy doesn't just
kind of.
Yeah, he stalks him for a little bit before he really, because there's times where you see him around the corner, then he turns around. It's not just a stab ya. He's preying on them.
Well, and they usually have more than one encounter with him too. Like Tina saw him in the first scene, and then she had another dream later, which is where she got killed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this it's like a subgenre of horror. It's a slasher film.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of how it is. It's usually built around a formula of a past wrongful action, which causes severe trauma that is reinforced by some commemoration or a reigniting of that inspires the killer. And
well, what was the reigniting thing in this movie?
He has the ability to kill the kids of the people who killed him.
Yeah.
So they've reached peak age. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't understand what.
I don't know what his MO was like. Does he go like, oh, they're in high school, I can kill them now?
Right.
Because I'm assuming they lived there their entire lives.
Well, because that would make sense, because she said that the parents, basically what happened to this Freddy Krueger guy was that the parents, he killed children is what they said, and then because of a technicality he was let out, and basically the parents hunted him down. The parents of the children in the neighborhood hunted him down and burn him alive, essentially, is what happened. And so now he's coming back through this ability to haunt these kids' dreams and basically kill them in their dreams, and he kills the kids of the parents who killed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
And like you said, it was Johnny Depp's first movie.
Yep. I thought he was good.
You thought he was good?
Yeah, I thought he was good. You know, all the other acting was questionable, but
I just wonder how did Johnny Depp end up sounding like he sounds now? Because in this movie, he sounds like a normal person. Well, now he talks like he's an old pirate.
no,
And
he
shit.
doesn't.
Yes, he does. He sounds weird now. Like
no, he doesn't.
over time, he had like this sweet kind of like innocent voice, and then
it's called puberty.
no, he was an adult in this movie, and he's an adult in Edward Scissorhands. He sounds the same. He's got this high, soft voice, and then now he talks like he's from fucking
Does
England.
he smoke?
No, he's from fucking New York or something like that. But like,
Okay, but does he smoke?
I don't know. He's not my pal, but it doesn't change your entire cadence of your voice. Smoking,
Dude, I don't know.
like this if you smoke.
That's not what he sounds like.
Your Aunt's Linda.
Oh
I'm saying
my
if he
gosh.
smoked, he'd sound like that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he just sounds weird in real life.
I don't think he does, but
No, that's just what I'm thinking. But other things that I don't remember the movie. So I've seen this movie numerous times, but like I said, it's been since 5th grade. I don't remember him just fabricating the glove right away in the opening credits.
no.
I don't remember that at all. Because when I was watching it, I was like, wow, this doesn't seem familiar to me at all. And then other things I didn't really remember. I definitely didn't remember, only, 4 people died? You got Tina. Rob, I think his name was.
Or Rod?
Rod, something like that. The guy in the leather jacket.
Yeah.
So him and Tina get busy. They're banging and stuff. And that's where we see Tina get thrown to the ceiling, cut. And he's like, I'm scared. And he runs away.
Yeah, and then they all think it's him that murdered her.
Yeah. So he died because he got hung in his jail cell.
And it made it look like suicide, though.
Still wearing the same clothes he had on before. Don't you think they
know.
would have put him in some sort of jumpsuits or
I don't know, unless he was just like in a holding cell.
Yeah, I guess. But I thought it was a kind of a lame thing. But and then after that, Johnny Depp dies, gets sucked into the bed.
Nobody else died?
And the mom dies at the end, I guess you could say.
Well, okay, I have questions about that.
You have questions about that?
I have statements and questions.
Okay, I mean, well, all right, we'll talk about it in a little bit. But one thing,
not that many people died.
Not that many people died. Which one thing of note with this movie, my mom once told me this movie gave her nightmares because like it scared the shit out of her. 1984, my mom was born in 1964. She would have been
like
20 years old. What a wimp! When you do the math, like, come on, you freak.
Yeah, but like, if the movie was super realistic at the time.
Yeah, I guess it would stop. Or it would. It was something new, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like I'm sure the special effects and stuff were.
Yeah, so special. There were some special effects. Some just I go through the bars of the jail cell. I hide behind a thin pole and nobody can see me.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts was when Johnny Depp's character Glenn pops out from behind the bushes. What did he say?
Well,
she was like, "Are you still there?" And he's like. Or she yells his name or something, and he's like, "Yeah,
yeah,
what?"
Yeah, and then he just jumps behind the bush again.
Yes, he jumps back behind the bush. Oh, that was so funny to me.
Other things that I really enjoyed about the movie were the sweet dialogues, such as,
"Oh my God,
up yours with a twirling lawnmower." That's something I really liked. Or then when he's like, "I'm gonna knock your ugly lights out."
Yeah. I don't remember what some of the other quotes were, but they were pretty bad.
Do you think people said those real things in real life?
Yeah, I do actually. Honestly, I think they probably said them after this movie was released.
Up yours with a twirling lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. How do you feel about the idea that virgins don't die?
That's lame.
Or do they? Because we don't really know.
You keep saying things that
we'll talk about
make me want to talk about
so the ending
was horrible.
So the last 2 minutes were horrible because
the ending
itself what the fuck's her name? Nancy. Realizes, hey, I can pull this motherfucker out of my dream into the real world. I just have to hold on to him when I wake up.
Yeah.
And then she does it. And then there's this whole a kind of probably an inspiring moment for Christopher Columbus, who's just like, oh, I'm gonna make Home Alone.
What?
Yeah, Chris Columbus. He's the director that made Home Alone. That's his name.
Okay.
His name is Chris Columbus. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh well, you do now. And like John Hughes or whatever. But she sets up all the booby traps.
Booty traps?
Did the booty traps. Oh. we didn't see her booty, but we saw her boobies.
Yeah, she was the only one.
A quick nip slip in that
movie. It was
movie.
Side
little
boob.
Side titty, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, nonetheless, it was, I guess that could also be a little bit of a trope in the slasher movies. There's always some sort of nudity, especially in like the 80s and the 70s, for sure. I mean, the opening scene of Halloween, it's Michael Myers walking in and his sister, and she's not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, her boobs are out, and then he kills her.
Yeah.
What a weird way to go. Oh.
Half naked.
I thought my brother was just a pervert. Nope, he's a murderer. But anyways, that's a different episode.
Yeah.
In the future, but pulls him out, sets up the booby traps, and you could be like a little young Macaulay Culkin setting up traps for Harry and Marv.
Yeah.
But the thing like about it with the house, like, and I know it's a movie or whatever, but it's like, how does every window have bars on it?
No. The mom put them on there.
How?
Did you miss that? I don't know. She must have had somebody come and install it.
She didn't do it herself. She's too busy boozing every day.
I know. But no, basically what she said, because Nancy came home and saw the bars on the window,
oh, sure.
and that's why what is that called? A trellis? Like all those roses and stuff that were on that thing. That was cut down.
Oh, okay.
Because Glenn kept coming in through the window.
Yeah.
And so she came home and she saw that, and she basically was like, are you fucking kidding me? And
yeah, I was checking my fantasy football information at that time. But okay, so they do that because they want her to sleep. They don't want Glenn there, but then Glenn gets whatever. And then like the thing of it, she draws Freddy all the way down the basement, sets him on fire.
Yeah, I was like, what's your end goal here? To be fair, she did think that her dad was going to show up.
Real unreliable. Horrible parenting.
But he sent that cop to go keep an eye on the house, and then she's screaming out the window.
Just get some sleep, dear.
Yeah,
Everything's
and the
fine.
cop is like, everything's okay. And he's like not even doing shit about it. And then finally when he's like, oh, I better go get whatever his name is, the dad, he just like leisurely walks inside to go get him. And then they both come out of the house and the dad's like, go get help. And he runs to the house like, you're the only person with a sense of urgency here on the entire police department that's standing outside the house? Ridiculous.
Yeah. And then
but hold on, there was more to that. The whole reason I brought that up was because what was this girl's end game? Like, yeah, she thought her dad was gonna be there to like get this Freddy Krueger guy, but she set the guy on fire in the basement with no way to get out of the house because her crazy drunk mom locked them in and didn't have the key. And all the windows have bars on it, so you can't even break a window to get out. So you're gonna light this dude on fire and then what? Burn yourself alive because nobody else is there?
And her mom was there. She was drunk in the bed.
Right, but she's no help.
And then the one thing, like the part where it starts to fall apart is when Freddy goes upstairs. He's on top of the mom, killing her, and then like all of a sudden she just like turns into a skeleton. Just her flesh is just gone, and then she gets sucked into the bed, and then like her ex-husband. Nancy's dad is just like, yes, finally, she's gone. Like, she's out of my life. Thank God.
Right, like he acts like it's no big deal. Like nothing happened.
She'll get up later.
And he's like, so all of a sudden, the mom gets sucked into the bed. Another police officer comes upstairs and is like, is everything okay? And the guy's like the dad, I don't know what he said, but he basically shut the door on the other cop, hugs his daughter, and then he doesn't really say anything. And then the daughter's like, I need a minute. I'll be right down. So he just leaves her there. You're a traumatized child who clearly went through something horrific. You just leave her by yourself. Numerous times. You just leave her there?
Yeah.
By herself?
I guess.
In this room where her fucking mom died?
Yeah, but did you understand, like, so when Freddy comes back out of the bed and then, like, she goes, you ain't shit.
Yeah,
like, I take all the energy away that I gave to you. Do you know?
Glenn referenced that.
Okay.
Earlier in the movie and said something, I don't remember what it was from, but he basically said that these dream skills or whatever, you just focus your energy on something else and like a different dream world, or you focus it on other things going on and then the thing disappears. The monster disappears, which is what happened.
Yeah.
But then what the fuck? Like, then all of a sudden everything seems hunky-dory and all the friends roll up in the car and then they get locked in the car and then the mom gets pulled through the window and then the movie's over.
Yeah.
So did he not die?
Freddy?
Yeah.
Obviously not. Because he sucked the mom through the window.
So what happened?
What happens to Nancy?
What happened between the point where all of a sudden, he lunges at Nancy and he just fucking dissipates and that moment?
I don't know. Nobody can really explain it.
I hate that. That makes me not like the movie. Those 2.5, 3 minutes make me think, wow, what a waste of time.
Maybe she's just still stuck in a dream. Then you really get no explanation. Because obviously it was dreaming because it was foggy.
Like when she comes out.
Yeah, you knew it's a dream because of all the fog. And they even say,
they reference the fog.
Yeah, so you know it's a dream.
Yeah, but like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, she defeated him and then all of a sudden he's back.
Yeah, like how did he come back if she defeated him?
This is the fault of one of the executive producers of the movie.
Did you look this up?
Wes Craven wanted, originally, the ending that happened.
Yeah.
Before, the mom gets sucked up and they all get stuffed in the car.
Yeah.
He wanted an ending in which they're all back. Nobody died.
Yeah.
They defeated them, and they go on their merry way. Happy ending. But the executive producer at the time was like, nah, man, we need scares. We need asses in seats. We need to scare these mother huggers right up to the end.
Okay.
So they fabricated this ending that makes absolutely no sense, and nobody can explain it.
It makes no sense. And you take a great movie. I say great in the sense of the concept because, it was probably great for its time. But you take this really great concept of a movie and you just fucking shit on it at the end.
That happens sometimes.
Why? Yeah, I know. Like I said, with Game of Thrones.
Or Dexter.
Yeah,
the ending really can't...
It doesn't hold up to the rest of the movie.
Yeah. It's just a weird end result, and people...
That makes no sense. There is no reason for the ending.
So Nancy comes back.
In other movies?
Not in the second one. But in a third one.
I guess I'd have to watch them. Well, I guess I'd have to watch them. But how do you have a sequel to something like that? Are there more kids whose parents fucking burned them and they're just going to focus on that? Or, what's the premise of the next movie?
I don't know that I've seen every single one. We have all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the second one, and the main character is, hella annoying.
Really?
Yeah. He's and it's
a dude?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then it's I'm pretty sure it's a dude that lives in Nancy's old house. That family doesn't live there anymore. Now he lives in there.
Oh, okay.
But
I was just gonna ask, is there any connection?
There were some critiques on the second one because a lot of people thought the main character of the second one was painted to be homosexual. And there's some homoerotic stuff. I think some people are just looking into it. He does shriek a lot.
Oh, he yells.
It's an annoying
a high pitched
yell. Yeah, it's horrible. But I don't like that in any sense. I don't remember much of that one, but I just remember that he screams a lot and it's annoying.
When did that movie come out? How long after this one?
I would have to look, but I've seen. I don't know if I've ever seen if the third one is the Dream Warriors. I've seen that one.
What's that one? Is that the one with Nancy as
I don't remember.
Oh, no, that was called A New Nightmare or something.
A New Nightmare, yeah. That's the last one. That's number 7. And then you can count if you want to count Freddy versus Jason. That could be number 8. And then they did reboot it, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Sure.
And it was financially a huge success, but it made a lot of money, but a lot of people shit on it.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't that. It was like, if you watch.
Wait, they rebooted what?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Freddy versus Jason.
No, yeah, that is a movie.
They rebooted that?
They didn't reboot it.
That's
no.
what I thought you meant.
Freddy versus Jason is just Freddy Krueger versus Jason.
Okay, but I don't know anything about Jason. I've never seen that.
Jason's the guy with the hockey mask.
Well, I know that. The guy with the machete.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't know the premise of that
Often
story.
mistakenly, they think he has a chainsaw for whatever reason. He doesn't. Just machete. Yeah. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Well, you do now. But
And it happens at a camp or something, right?
Camp Crystal Lake.
There you go.
That's in Wisconsin.
Really?
Crystal Lake? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
It's a real place.
Where?
Crystal Lake. Well, I don't know, Wisconsin somewhere. I've driven past it.
Huh.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. So that one's okay. Freddy vs. Jason is pretty. I don't know. It's
Lame.
the one of the Kelly Rowland, formerly of Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
She's in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
She gets her nose chipped off. Part of the
Weird.
dream, but that's not what kills her. Just so you know. Yeah. So Nightmare on Elm Street 2 came out in 1985, so the next year. In which, so remember, Wes Craven did not really have anything to do with Robert Englund. I'm pretty sure is in all of the.
Who is that?
He's the guy who plays Freddy Krueger. You don't know who fucking
Oh.
Robert Englund is?
No.
Bro.
Bro.
So sad.
Sorry, I don't know who that is. But okay, so it came out the year after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't remember why I asked that question. There was something that I was thinking about, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Yes, that's the one I've seen.
Okay.
That's with Nancy's return in it. And I just remember like there's this one like weird hospital scene where like all the veins get ripped out of the guy's arms and he's like walking around like a puppet. One thing, yeah.
Ew.
Another trope of this movie is the running is horrible.
Oh my God. I've never seen so many flailing arms in one movie. It's terrible. And then they always like look back and I'm surprised. Well, maybe I was too busy like making fun of the running, but did somebody trip while they were running?
Maybe.
Because that's another thing. It's like, what the? You look behind you and then you trip and your arms are up in the air and it's just ridiculous.
I guess Wes Craven developed the story for the third one. Okay, so yeah, Wes Craven did have I guess more to do with it than I thought. I thought he only had the first and last one, but I guess I was incorrect.
I don't know.
That happens. All right, so after watching this, would you be interested in watching other ones?
Yeah, I would, but only like I would have been more interested if the last 3 minutes made more sense.
Well, in Nancy's return in the third one, they don't really explain what happened. Obviously, she comes back.
Yeah, so like in what sense does she come back?
As a character. Like she helps.
Yeah, but like how does she get brought back? Is she like an adult now?
They're in the hospital. It's 2 years later.
So is she still in high school or is she an adult?
I don't know. They didn't really establish what year it was.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would be curious to know, how do you like write her character back into the storyline?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of things too with movies. They kind of just disregard it.
Yeah, that is true.
There's a short called Freddy vs. Ghostbusters.
What?
I gotta watch that.
When did that come out?
Wes Craven wrote it. Wes Craven's dead, in case you didn't know.
I didn't.
He died in, I think, 2016. In 2004. What the hell?
I guess we'll have to find that.
It's a short, so I don't know where exactly you're gonna
find it. I'm sure it's somewhere on the internet.
Yeah. I guess he did. Okay, so the characters were inspired by him, obviously, in Nightmare on Elm Street 2. He had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
With Freddy's Revenge. He wrote the movie for Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. The characters were inspired by 4. There's a movie called, another short from 1988 called Fat Boys. What? Are You Ready for Freddy?
What?
I don't know what the fuck that is. Characters inspired again from Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't really know. Apparently there was a Nightmare on Elm Street video game in 1989. That had to be on like Atari or
in 89?
Yep, 1989, a video game. Interesting.
I don't know.
Maybe Nintendo
89? Would that really be Atari in the 80s?
That was the 70s? It was Nintendo.
Okay,
oh,
I was going to
crazy.
say.
I didn't know that.
Was that like Super Nintendo or like the original
That'd be
Nintendo?
Original Nintendo.
Weird.
Yeah, pretty wild. I wonder if I can find that.
You have to blow into the thing to make it work.
But so that was 5. There's one called Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare also.
Fred or Dead.
Oh, yeah. But he had nothing to do with that, just the characters. I mean, apparently there was a TV series called Freddy's Nightmares. That'd be interesting to try to find. 44 episodes.
I have no idea. When did that come out?
That came out, it's an anthology of stories set in Springwood. That came out in 88 and went through 90. And then, so The Final Nightmare came out. A New Nightmare came out in 94, in which he wrote it, Wes Craven.
94?
Yeah, that's the New Nightmare.
2.
I was 4. And then Freddy vs. Jason, he had nothing to do with that, just other than the characters.
Yeah.
And then, that's it. Really, all the other stuff is just like based off characters that he created. So. Well,
there's your history of.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
The new one, the one thing I kind of hate about like when they reboot movies, horror movies, is like, because this one, when they remade the Nightmare on Elm Street, it just wasn't that great. It had Jackie Earl Haley as Freddy Krueger, and he has like a much like deeper voice than Robert Englund. And Robert Englund was still alive. It's like, why wouldn't you just have him in there?
I don't know.
I heard that they were going to reboot it again, but then the person that was making The Conjuring was going to make another, or either reboot it or make some sort of sequel or something to A Nightmare on Elm Street. But since The Conjuring took off well that they kind of just put it on the back burner. Yeah. And I don't know
that they made multiple Conjuring movies, haven't they?
Yep. Yeah. And that's like, I mean, that in itself is like I think it's based off a book series, but it's also like a new idea in a sense.
I tried the first time I watched. Okay, I've never seen The Conjuring in full, and the first time I tried to watch it, I don't know why. I was like home alone, and it was like 1:00 in the morning, so I was probably like 19 or 20 or something, and I got about halfway through the movie, maybe 45 minutes in, and all of a sudden the cops were like at my neighbor's house outside, and I was like, nope, I'm just going to turn this off and go to bed because now I'm all freaked out.
Okay. Well, yeah, so the reboot of it just wasn't that great. They tried to reboot Friday the 13th too, and that sucked.
Really?
Sucked.
Why?
It just wasn't, I don't know, it's all just so like, they're focused on more like, it's kind of like hard softcore porn, and then people got killed every once in a while.
That's dumb.
Because all the characters are banging each other during the whole thing, and it's like, okay.
That's dumb.
I agree. And I don't...
Horror porn.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know that there was really, and this is in the rebooted one, I don't think that there was a lot of backstory with Jason in it. I don't know that there was in the original either. That's one that I've never really seen. I've seen parts.
Jason?
I've seen parts of them.
Is that what is it
Friday
called?
the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah. So, but yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
What would you rate this movie?
How did we rate it last time?
I don't remember. Would you watch it again?
I'd watch it again.
Mm-hmm. Dissect it some more?
Yeah. Just like stop it at the end so I don't have to relive that 3 minutes because it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was just dumb.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
It was weird. And also, here's another question for you.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was Tina's mom? Because she shows up in the first scene, and then there's that random
gone.
dude that she's banging, and she leaves. But you never see her again. Like, don't you think she would, like, reappear in a, like, state of mourning for her daughter who was murdered in her house?
They moved on from that.
Very quickly.
Yeah. They had no part of the story, so they just moved on.
It was just strange to me.
Mm-hmm.
There was no mourning parents. Also, where were where was Rob or Rod? Where were his parents? He fucking got arrested.
You saw him at the funeral.
I know, but where were they when he got arrested for murder?
Well, when he got arrested, he was with Nancy. He got arrested in the street. It's not like they were following him around. They didn't know where he was. They're not gonna follow him and be like, develop a whole back
I guess,
story.
but it just seems like, where the fuck are all these parents?
Where are all these parents and their kid? Like, drink this vodka, Nancy. You'll sleep great.
The only, yeah, right. Oh, and the other part that made me laugh was when she pulled that coffee pot out from under her bed.
Yeah.
Her mom, like, so she's trying to stay awake, and her mom is like trying to get her to fall asleep, and so her mom comes in the room and is like, "You need to go to bed," and takes all the coffee mugs and like the coffee pot that she had in there out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as her mom leaves and shuts the door, she pulls out this coffee pot from under her bed that is plugged in and has coffee in it already. So clearly it was like on the whole time. It's just so stupid. Oh my
I'll show
God.
you. This is mine.
Right? Like, what a rebellious act. I'm gonna plug this coffee pot in under my
something
bed
you would
so you don't
that's
know
something
it's
you
there.
would have done.
What?
Yeah, that's something you would have done when you
Why do
because
you
you'd
say
be
that?
like I'll show you, Mom. I'll drink all the coffee I want. I'll show you.
I would not.
We're
do
going to
that.
raise my blood pressure and get my heart pounding. I'm putting down pots
Oh my
just to spite
God.
you because you said I couldn't.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
And then your mom would ridicule you for not, oh, well, you didn't try hard enough, did you, huh?
Oh my God.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my mom would ridicule me if I died because I didn't try hard enough to stay awake.
Yeah. That is sad, huh?
Yeah. Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. So yeah, Crystal Lake Campground in Wisconsin.
Yeah, where is it?
In Wisconsin, I told you, Crystal Lake.
Yeah, I know, but like in reference to
It's
something I would
Marquette
know.
County. It's by Germania or Dakota.
I don't know where any
I have
of
no idea
those
where that
are.
is either.
I need to look
I
at
know
it
I've
on a
driven by
map.
it, but yeah, Villas County,
Oh, isn't that by
Northern
Madison?
Highland region.
Isn't that by Madison?
Could be. But yeah, Crystal Lake, and I think there used to be a camp in there, Camp Crystal Lake, Wisconsin.
It's right past Green Lake.
We're mixing two movies together, but
I know.
this is
We haven't watched. Well, I haven't watched this one either. But it's between Green Lake, Watoma, and Montello. So it's like in between those three.
yeah.
Weird. That's like not far from here. How far is?
I don't know that it's like.
It's an hour and 10 minutes from
I
here.
don't know what kind of relation it has with the
movie.
but yeah, maybe that's one we can watch in the future.
Yeah.
I do want to watch some more obscure old school horror movies.
Like, what do you mean?
The Ghoulies.
I don't know what that is.
That's a weird movie.
But you've seen it.
Uh-huh.
We gotta watch some movies that you haven't seen so that we can like both
Experience
have.
it together.
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
How romantic.
How is that romantic?
Watching people die? I don't know.
There's only a few, so not many, but okay. So you liked it, the movie?
I did like it for the most part.
Okay, well, have sweet dreams tonight.
Yeah.
We drink Hazy Pebbles, fruity hazy milkshake. You didn't finish it. Why not? You don't like it?
No, it's fine. I mean,
You
I
are
only
talking
have a
on my
little
phone.
bit left. I only
Yeah.
have a little bit left.
You only got a little bit though.
Yeah, true.
So I thought it was a drink it or dump it. I'd drink it again.
I would drink it if I didn't have other options.
Yeah, that's always a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So Rob's gone. He's in Michigan.
Yep.
Don't know when I'll see him again.
You act like you're never gonna see him again.
He might as well be dead. No.
Shut up! Oh my god, no.
No, I talked to him a little bit, but
yesterday.
Yeah, just on the texting, but yeah, I don't know when he'll be back on. Eventually, sometime.
Yeah, but you guys can always do it through Zoom or something.
Yeah, if you can figure it out.
Zoom.
Yeah.
You said something about the audio.
There's that, and there's other stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Rob's not really tech savvy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that time you thought that the Instagram got hacked.
Twitter.
Oh, the Twitter. And then wasn't he like, I can't even use Twitter right? What did he say about that?
I don't remember.
It was really funny though. He's like, yeah, and then I did it wrong. I tweeted wrong or something.
He did tweet wrong. He did tweet wrong.
Really funny.
Yeah, he did. All right. Well, there you go. Spooky season's almost here. The best time of the year. Halloween's better than Christmas. I've said it. Halloween's better than Christmas. Halloween's better than Christmas.
True. Not true. Not
I can edit it so it just says true every time I say that.
No.
And I will.
No, you won't.
Okay. Goodbye.
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.